Welcome back to Barbell Therapy. I am your host. I'm Kate, and I am super excited to get into today's episode. Honestly, Mitzy and I literally just have a great time hanging out, and we talk all about a lot of dogs, but also we talk about how she kind of wanted to be a nutritionist and then ended up in the culinary space, but now is a vet tech and gets to hang out with dogs all day. I mean, like, what a life, if I'm being honest. So she's going to take us through her journey and how she still maintains health and fitness inside of her everyday life and how it has really impacted her. We're also going to talk a little bit about sobriety and mocktails, and who doesn't love a good mocktail. So without further ado, let's get into it, and thanks for joining us. All right, so Kate here, and I am with Mitzy. How are you today?
Doing just dandy.
Awesome. So we have quite the time difference. It's 6:30 here. I think it's only 3:30 on the West Coast over there, right?
That is correct. Yes, it's nice and sunny today, which is nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It was sunny-ish here. A little gloomy, but sunny-ish. So that's good.
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
76 today.
oh, that's good. Are you in Southern or Northern California?
I'm right in the middle. I'm in San Jose, so like an hour south of San Francisco. So I'm like, if you cut California in
Okay.
half, I'm right there. Yeah.
Okay, got it. I don't know if I've ever been there. I really have only ever been to like the San Diego area, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's the southernest.
Yeah, we went a couple years ago. We went to Orange County and it was Halloween weekend and we were in the ocean. I was like, what is happening?
For us, that's just normal.
Yeah, crazy, crazy. All right, so I know we've chatted a little bit back and forth, but I would love for you to tell our listeners a little bit about yourself and like what's kind of gotten you into health and fitness and everything like that.
Yeah. Well, I'm Mitzi, born and raised in California, mostly in the Northern California area. I got into, I guess, the love of fitness and nutrition pretty early on. At age 8, I started playing softball, and then was doing that year round. Was a softball pitcher for 10 years. Didn't play in college because I really wanted to go to this one school called Cal Poly that they already had a pitcher. And so I was like, yeah, I'll just go there and not play. And my parents loved that because they really wanted me to get a scholarship for softball. And instead, I just had to pay for college. So that was really nice. No, but they've always been really supportive, which has been like a godsend throughout my entire life. So I went to college though for a nutrition degree, and so even though I didn't stick with the sports, I still stuck with nutrition. Always wanted to be a sports nutritionist. That was kind of my life goal. Um, Wanted to do that for like the San Francisco Giants. I thought it'd be really cool to be their nutritionist. Plus, it would be a bonus to like meet all the hot guys. Duh. And I was like that would be an added bonus. Yeah, I had this like whole dream in my mind of what was going to happen. But pretty early on in college, I found out that if you wanted to be like a real sports nutritionist, you had to go to more school. And I'm like, I just want to do the 4 years and be done. So I went the culinary management route instead and wanted to get into cooking. So I took more classes that were geared towards the culinary management side of nutrition. And after college, I went to culinary school, and that was only like 6 months, which was nice because I could not sit and learn things. I'm very like just like go go go. Like I can't sit still very long. Like you'll see me even if I'm sitting for like a half an hour. I'm usually on my phone. I'm like watching TV, eating, knitting, and on my phone at the same time somehow. And people around me are like,
I feel
"How do you
that.
even carry on a conversation?" Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know. I can tell you like what you're saying too, and yeah. But then I talk to my husband, and he can't even like text someone something and listen to me. But maybe that's a guy thing. I don't know. But cooked at Google for a couple years, and then got out of the food industry and went into finance randomly, and now I work in vet medicine. So it kind of, I still am very interested in fitness and sports and eating healthy, but just don't have that as like my profession, I guess. But still, like, it's something that's always on my mind, even when I don't realize it's on my mind, it is. But I like living the like 80-20 thing where like I try to stick very healthy. Like if I'm just eating by myself, I'm like very vigilant in what I'm doing. But if I'm like gonna go out to eat with friends, I don't want to be like, oh well, I can't eat this 'cause it's not part of my like my food diary or whatever, I guess. I want to just be able to be free. Not to like if other people, if that's what works for them, but every body is different. And so what works for me is just kind of like doing my own thing when I'm by myself. And with others, I can just kind of go free.
I tried to go into bodybuilding at one point and I was just like, you know what? I don't think I have the discipline to be bringing my own Tupperware to like friends' parties and stuff. And I am happy for the people that can do that. I'm just like, I, I'm not one of those people.
Yeah. And I know some of those people too. And I'm just like, I want to enjoy the cake, you know?
I feel like the thing is that I can root for you without wanting to be you.
I love that. Yes, definitely.
Okay, so I want to go back to like working for Google. So did they have like a cafeteria or something? How'd you cook there?
They do. Yeah. So, have you seen the movie The Internship with Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson?
I don't think so.
Okay. So homework, go watch that. No, so at Google, it's a campus. It's kind of like a college campus, and they want their workers to stay on the campus so that they're always working. So there's a gym, there's laundry, they'll come wash your car, and then you can eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner there too. And so I did the cooking side of it. I got to enjoy all the amenities, which was really nice. But I was a cook there for a while and then like moved up into restaurant management. But it was really cool. Like the one I worked at, it was kind of like a food court where they had a pizza station, sushi, a burrito bar, a pho bar, salad bar, like all these things. And then I kind of bounced around to the different ones that I worked at. I started at the sushi station, which was really entertaining. So it was like a bunch of Japanese guys and then me, like little blonde girl. And they're all just like jabbering on together. And I'm like, you want a hand roll? So that was fun. It was definitely a cool experience as I think I was like 22 at the time. So that was really fun and kind of a cool way to get into the food industry. I also got to see Taylor Swift in person. Like I didn't like breathe the same air as her or anything, but she was there. It was during when her Red album came out. But I did get to breathe the same air as David Beckham, and let me just tell you, he's hotter in person than you see on TV. A little shorter than I would have thought, but I was like, "Ah," of course I don't have my phone on me. The one time I didn't have my phone in my hand. Brr.
That so they were at Google and were they doing like a concert? Or I guess Taylor, was she doing a concert? What was David Beckham doing at Google?
I don't know what David Beckham was doing. They would have like random sports guys there all the time, like ones that I think some like tall tennis guy who everyone was like goo goo gaga over. I couldn't tell you what his name was. And but Taylor Swift was the big one that I remember, and it was because Red had come out, and so she was doing like a live exclusive performance for the Googlers, is what they're called. And
Okay.
since the cafe that I worked at was one of the bigger, it was on like the main campus, it was like main cafe, and so we got to see the internship movie kind of get filmed too, which was cool.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to. You know what? I think I might have seen it, but like long ago and when I wasn't paying attention. So I'll put that on my homework list to make sure I see that.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so what like are there any influential people or mentors that you had that really guided you into wanting to be a dietitian for the Giants? Which, by the way, I actually know a dietitian that worked for the Giants, which is funny.
Really?
So that
How funny.
yeah, for that specific. I mean, she was in the minor leagues and she worked down here in Richmond, but like,
Okay.
she will actually be a guest on this podcast at some point. But
That's so
it's
funny.
just funny. Yeah, because you picked what
Full
the
circle.
specific organization. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
so
That's
funny.
hilarious. I think I don't even, my parents were always big baseball fans and obviously me playing softball. and I got really into the Giants. And then I had a friend who was really into like gymnastics and nutrition. And I kind of went through like an eighth grade, like an eating disorder type thing where I was very into like, I need to count every single calorie that I'm putting in my body. And that's what drove me to wanting to be a nutritionist. And even though I got over the eating issues, I still like wanted to do nutrition, which now I'm surprised I didn't want to go into like helping other people with dietary issues or like body image issues. That's something else I can reflect on a whole other time, I guess. And yeah, just kind of, and it was only like that 1 year in eighth grade that I was super into the Giants too. Like I remember like jotting down like every stat that they had. I could tell you the batting average of every guy on that team. Like my screen name was I Love Aurelia 35. He was the shortstop. Like it was this whole obsession. And then I think I got into high school and I started playing softball on the varsity team and started like hanging out with the senior girls and doing what the varsity girls did. And I was like, ooh, boys. And kind of a lot of my other interests fell off the wayside.
Okay, yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
But I wouldn't say any. So I guess, yeah, like just being around baseball influenced me into wanting to be more healthy. Um, but yeah, no, like, wasn't one specific person. I just always wanted to be around it. Yeah.
I feel that. I love baseball. It's my favorite sport too. So I
Yeah.
get that wholeheartedly. Okay, so since you do have like a culinary background, and I know that you talked a little bit about like ingredients in meatless options and things like that. Like talk to us about ingredients that you feel like are red flags. What are you avoiding as somebody with a culinary background and like especially inside of that meatless, like vegan, vegetarian realm?
Yeah, I don't know. I wish I knew more now than I know. Like my main thing is if I look on the ingredient list and there's just so many ingredients, especially if you can't pronounce them, like why am I even putting this in my body? And so the fewer the ingredients, the better. Like if you look at Skippy versus like I don't know some organic peanut butter brand, I guess it doesn't
Justin's,
really.
yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be peanuts, salt, that's it, versus blah 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 hydrodextrolamine, things I can't even pronounce. I'm gonna pick the thing that has fewer ingredients, even if it's just a couple dollars more. It sucks that the healthier stuff costs more. I wish it didn't. And definitely like if I'm penny pinching, I will be like, oh, do I really need to eat healthy? And my husband's like, okay, I think us living a longer life and having fewer, chemicals in our body is probably worth spending a little bit more, which is true.
Yeah, and I think that's a really good point is that we oftentimes we think that like that healthier option is like more expensive and it is upfront cost, it is more expensive. However, the long-term investment of that and of improving your health in general is better. And we're also at a day and age where like importing things is hard and people don't want to work anymore. So fast food and like unhealthy options are becoming just as expensive as healthy options, right?
Yeah. The girls
Like
I work, like I shouldn't even say this because they might listen to this, but I know so many people who they got to eat for fast food every day for lunch, or they DoorDash, or even, like I feel like half my friends, that's what they do. And then people make fun of me. I ate a peanut butter and banana sandwich on whole wheat bread for lunch every single day. That's what I have. And then I'll like mix it up with uh like a hard-boiled egg or like a string cheese. I don't know that it makes me happy and it's easy and cheap. And then I go ham for like breakfast and lunch and like do other things. But it just boggles my mind having a hamburger, French fries, and a soda for lunch every day. Just the cost of that on your body and like money wise, it all adds up.
yeah, like why are we so easily able to pay for DoorDash, which you have to pay extra in like every menu is marked up when you pay on
Hmm.
DoorDash. So you have the marked up items, then you have to pay the fees for delivery and the tip for delivery, and then you also have to pay like additional taxes, etc. And you're now paying like $25 for like a $12 meal you could have made at home.
Hmm.
And I'm just like, how did you get there? And then even with coaching, people are like, oh, that's so expensive. And I'm like, I mean, coaching is an investment, like it just is. But at the same time, if I can teach you how not to DoorDash every day
That is
and get
true.
healthier, I will help you recoup the costs, I promise.
Yeah, it'll pay for itself.
Yeah, literally. Okay, and so with that, like, how are you balancing your interests and your passions, like we kind of talked about a little bit, with wanting to keep everything healthy and making sure that you're, still checking off those boxes?
I don't even know how to answer that question. Um, I'm a really big creature of habit. So like pretty much every day, I should say every working day, because those are going to be the most like straightforward days. I do like overnight oats for breakfast. I'll do like, I don't know, my recipe is probably different than everyone else's, but I do my little overnight oats recipe. I have my peanut butter sandwich for lunch. I mix in little snacks throughout the day, just kind of like things that are around the office. And then for dinner, my husband and I will decide on something that we want. Like tonight, it's kind of like whatever's in the fridge, but we always do a carb, a veggie, and then a meat or a protein. Since he doesn't eat meat, we'll do fish or tofu, eggs, and then we try to limit the fake meat just because it does have so many ingredients in it. But it's nice just kind of like knowing where we're starting, and then we can go from there and having I don't know, I like knowing what to expect for my day. And so like yesterday I didn't work and we're like, oh, we're gonna go to brunch, and I'm like my whole day is like thrown off like mind wise, but I got to enjoy a very delicious brunch. I don't even have to cook, which is nice. So I don't have to think about it. And then my parents made a nice Easter dinner, and then that's just one day out of the whole year. I see all these emails or like I don't know, what's it called, like reels. I'm trying to think of that word. Or they're like, here's way to healthy eat on Easter. I'm like, I'm not gonna eat healthy on Easter. It's one day out of the year. Let me eat however I want. Same with on Christmas, Thanksgiving. I'm gonna eat all the food. There's all the other days of the year that I can eat healthy or stay on track. I don't need to worry about. I don't want to be pinpointed or like I want to eat the chocolate bunny, that kind of
Yeah, absolutely. I
I love
definitely agree with
sugar.
that. 100%. But like, you can love sugar and you can enjoy sugar as long as you understand what moderation and like giving into cravings is, right? Like,
Yeah.
and if you put in the work for like the rest of, like you said, you're a creature of habit, you're eating similar things for breakfast, lunch, making sure you have a constructed plate for dinner. So enjoying that chocolate bunny once a year is totally fine, even if it's like literally your entire calorie goal for the day, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's
I guess
okay.
as long as it's not that like Costco size one that's like human size. Yeah. That's
I honestly don't know if because can that chocolate be even any good? Like, is it any
there's
good?
no
Has
way.
anyone
There's
eaten
no
it?
way. I
There's
don't
no way,
know.
right? Okay.
It's just probably just a
Like,
novelty where like everyone gets to break off a piece of it or something.
yeah. And honestly, like, I feel like Hershey's and Lindor are literally the only mass produced chocolates that I actually like the taste of. I feel like there's like, I don't know. Anyway, I can go on
That
about
could be a
chocolate.
whole other that could be a whole other podcast.
We can go on. I love that. Okay. So, do you feel like there are any challenges or setbacks throughout your life that have got you here and in hindsight, like played a crucial role in your development and where you are today?
Yeah, so I think I kind of touched on when I first got into like getting into nutrition stuff, I went a little too hard and was like counting every single calorie that I was putting in my body. And I was freaking 13. Like I did not need to be doing that. I feel like I'd probably be a little taller today if I didn't do that because I was only eating like 800 calories a day at 13, which is not what you're supposed to be doing. But it's okay. I'm 5'5" now. I feel like I did some yoga for a couple years and kind of stretched myself out a little bit. Um,
There you go.
and then so in 2019, I got someone reached out to me through Instagram. One was like, "Hey, girl, and like, you want to join my team? Like, I saw you liking my fitness post, and I fell into it and started doing these workouts through like an MLM company, and did it where there were some people below me too. I don't do that anymore. Still love the company and do all the workouts. But that really kind of dove me into like following certain programs and like seeing what other people around me do and being able to like have that camaraderie with other like-minded women. Made some really great friends out of it who I still talk to today. And it's just nice to like if I'm kind of feeling low about something that's going on like fitness wise or nutrition wise, I have people that I can talk to about it. So I really like that. And then when COVID, I'm sure so many people went through stuff with COVID, but when COVID happened, I started drinking a lot and not caring about nutrition, not caring about my workouts, just kind of carried, cared about drinking as much as I could to like numb all the sadness that I felt for not being able to hang out with my friends. But in 2020, in the summer of 2022, I got sober and was able to then focus on eating healthy, drinking more water. I drink so much coffee though. Like that is the one thing that I like drink like 10 cups a day. All black, but still like my teeth, not white. And a couple months ago, I decided I don't care anymore. Whatever. Coffee tastes way too good. And, but I'm able to like, that's what I'm like, at least you can't see it from here. But I'm able to stick to routine and that's what I don't worry too much now, like if I go off course with like eating healthy, because at the end of the day, the way that my life is, as long as I'm staying hydrated, not turning to alcohol and like still sticking to healthy goals, then I'm happy. So that's kind of my thing. That was a lot. I'm just like, okay. Yeah. And see, I thought it was just me seeing it. Like I thought that was my algorithm, so that's really cool to see that you're seeing that too. That's hmm. Ooh, nice. Right? Exactly. I drink so much. Well, so I drink like crap ton of coffee, but I also drink so much water, and I think that helps a lot. Just like I don't know, I keeping my skin fresh, and I don't know. The water's good for you, right? Like I don't even know. I can't even say like what all the benefits of water are, but I like flushes things out. But yeah, I do love water. Um and also just like laughter too, just like being happy. I am such a kid. I don't know how this started, but like a couple years ago, I started just like dancing in my kitchen every morning and like recording it and putting it on Instagram. And people started commenting on it. And so then I'm like, well, I guess I'll just do it more often. And now I feel weird if I don't do it, but then I feel weird if I'm doing it too much. But it makes me happy. And so I try not to like, I don't do it if I'm not feeling it because I don't want to like be forced. But I love just dancing around, especially if I do dog sitting, and so if I'm at like another person's house, I get their dog involved, and the owners love it. They think it's hilarious. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
All right. So, um, let's do a funny question. Actually, before we kind of
Okay.
start towards the wrap up questions, what's one question you wish I'd ask you, and what did you want to answer?
Well, it's funny because I just mentioned that I do dog sitting, and I realized, oh wow, I haven't talked about dogs this entire time. Because if I have a normal, like daily conversation with anyone, somehow dogs come up, whether it's my dog or my friend's dog or just a random dog walking by. Like I feel like my life is surrounded by dogs, but it does help that I work at a vet. So I mean, it comes with the territory. But yeah, I guess a dog related question, which is so silly because it has
No.
nothing to do with fitness whatsoever. Um, yeah, so when I relocated from, I was in Sonoma County for like 9 years, which is like Napa, like most people have heard of Napa in California. Sonoma's like an hour west of it. I call it the better wine country, but that's like 2 hours north of San Jose. I moved back here and wasn't working for like a month and a half, and I just started walking dogs. And it was so nice. I was like, my legs were so toned. I was so tan. I listened to so many audiobooks, and it was like the best 6 weeks ever, just getting paid to hang out with other people's dogs. And that kind of kept me on a rather than like sleeping in every day which I could have easily done when I was not working. I was like up early, walking dogs, and super productive. And it was really good multitasking, like cute dogs, fitness, and reading books and getting tan.
What more could you ask for, honestly?
I guess someone that doesn't like dogs probably wouldn't like doing that, but I loved it.
Honestly, I dated someone that didn't like dogs, and I really questioned my life decisions. Because I
I'm
have a dog.
assuming that is not who you're engaged to, right? Yeah.
No, no, certainly not. No, no, no. My fiance goes through waves of being like, when are we getting another dog? We can't have another dog. When are we getting another
Aw.
dog? And I'm like, ah.
Yeah. If I
what
worked from
what
home, I would
type of
totally
dog?
get one. But
Oh, you don't have your own
what kind
dog?
of dog do I? Well, my husband has a miniature schnauzer, and so I'm his stepmom, I guess.
Okay.
I share a German Shepherd mix with my ex, but they live in Texas now, so I kind of
Okay.
had to relinquish most custody.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Most.
that's
I'm
okay.
like, you can still send me pictures on a regular basis.
It's the only contact we have. Just kidding.
Right?
Okay. Okay, so I love that. I have a Yorkie Poodle mix, and he's the light of my life, but he is a little bit of a rascal, if you will. So we're still working on a
As
couple
most are.
things.
Totally fine.
Yeah, literally. Okay, so let's do a funny question. What would the title of the book about you be if your worst enemy wrote it?
If my worst enemy wrote it, probably does she ever shut up?
Oh my.
So like
Okay,
I do
wait.
not like silence. I will just talk and talk and talk, and they'll just like laugh. I can like have a whole conversation with myself all day.
So when you're driving in the car with someone and they're not speaking, are you filling the gaps, or are you good with just like listening to music or something?
I'll usually put on like a podcast, so then at least the whoever's like if there's a podcast on, then we can talk about what they're talking about if we're not. But yeah, if people, I don't understand how
Okay.
some people drive with nothing playing. I like it makes no sense to me.
honestly, not to like diminish anyone, but I had a friend and I found out that said friend literally drove from Maryland to New Jersey, 0 things off the radio.
How?
And I was like,
Maybe they have a lot to think about. Like maybe that's their reflection time. I don't like my own thoughts, so I just want to hear other people's thoughts. I like normally have an earbud in my ear.
how?
It's so funny.
I just like, and it's also like, it's a guy, so I'm also like, you don't think that much. Just kidding. But not really.
That's so funny.
Oh, man. Okay, so I am a competitive powerlifter, and I feel like this is going to be my little game question at the end of every podcast. Would you fuck, marry, or kill, squat, bench, or deadlift?
Wait, what?
So you know the game, like fuck, marry, kill?
Yeah. So my options though are the squat,
bench, and deadlift, which is
squat,
like what
bench, and
powerlifting
deadlift.
is.
Okay.
Like, you compete those 3, so that's why it's those 3. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I love squatting, so I will marry squatting.
Okay.
And then the other ones are fuck or kill. I'll kill deadlift because I don't think I have the much power. And then what's the last one that I can fuck?
Bench. Bench.
Okay, yeah, I think I can power it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, to be fair, I have been checking out your shoulders and like upper body muscles here, and I'm like, this girl, she is rich.
This is all from bar. So I do bar, so it's like 2-pound weights do this.
Yeah. I mean, it's working for you, girl. Because
if somebody's mixed outside, I need to put on a tank top.
I feel that. It's looking good. Okay, for all of our listeners that want to learn a little bit more about you or connect with you, where can they find you online and stay updated and potentially book you as their dog walker or sitter?
Well, my main Instagram is at Mitzy Anne 33, and then on there's a link to my dog one. But I post so many photos of dogs on my story. Like it's like a chronicle of a day at the vet in Mitzy's eyes.
Yeah, I can attest to that. And honestly, when you need a smile, you just need to go to your Instagram, click on the dogs, and smile. And if you're a psychopath that doesn't like dogs, I'm sorry for you.
Yeah, if you don't like dogs, don't follow me. Fair warning.
Just honestly,
I throw some cats
like
in there too, but it's mostly dogs. Yeah.
Do you have any other like weird animals at your vet or no?
No, only dogs and cats. Yeah. I for my dog sitting though, there is a turtle that I watched. That'll be in a couple weeks, so keep an eye out.
Okay, all right.
His name's Yoda.
I love that. I did Rover for a while. I mean, I still kind of do, but I did it like very, very religiously before I had my dog. And I have watched rabbits. I watched a parrot.
Nice.
That was interesting. And I had to like literally let this parrot out of the cage. And I was like, but how do I get it back in? And they were like, oh, well, if he doesn't want to go back in, don't worry about it. Just make sure he doesn't fly out of the house. I'm like, yeah, okay, no big deal. Probably.
That would be my worst fear for sure.
Yeah, crazy. So yeah, but awesome. Well, it has been an absolute pleasure getting to podcast with you, and I cannot wait for this episode to come out. And I appreciate you coming on. That was so much fun. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And don't forget to leave your review in the comments so that I can improve this moving forward. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll talk to you next week.